Out of the thousands of personal watercraft racers on the planet, only a very small handful know how it really feels to be a world champion. Both Jeff Jacobs and Nicolas Rius are very acquainted with the joys and anxieties that the yearly trek to Lake Havasu can bring. Actually, Nicolas became so fond of Lake Havasu that he moved here in 1996. 6 world titles spread through 3 classes certainly helped cement the bond with his new home. Jeff entered this event with 9 world titles in pro ski, more world championships than anyone else in the sport. Dave Gordon trails in second with 7. The strange thing about this is that Jeff considers himself a surf and rough water specialist, and Lake Havasu rarely fits the description of a surf event.
Yeah, I just like to say that I prefer the rough water and the surf races. When it comes right down to it, we all got the same playing field, and if it's calm water, you still got to go out there and win the thing. But there's something to do with Havasu, the water. I don't know what it is. It is flat, but it does have some different qualities to it that makes me perform a little bit better than I usually do. If every race was like Lake Havasu out there, then I probably had a pretty illustrious career on looking back, because that race really gets me jacked up. I look forward to that race each and every year. It's a one-shot deal. You get there, and if you don't perform that day, then you got the entire winter to wake up every morning or go to bed every night and think about it. And I don't want to do that. That's not something I want to do. I want to have fun in my off season. So like I said, I just love the pressure. I love being on stage, and I love that whole month and a half to prepare for it. And I look forward to winning a thing so I can spend a whole off season knowing that I won the last race.
I hate the race day because it's a lot of pressure, and I always question myself and whatnot if I can do it or whatsoever. But when you win or when you're on the line, sometimes, people don't know this, but I get tears in my eyes sometimes. I cry for a few seconds because I'm so pumped, I'm so emotional. I'm a tough racer, but I'm also very emotional. I'm a family guy, I'm very close to my family, friends, and people who really know Nicolas, they will know that he can be a racer, but he can be also a very cool guy. There's only a few people in America who know the real Nicolas.
Most of us can only imagine how difficult and frustrating it would be to attempt to convey our feelings without the use of words. One of the biggest obstacles that Nicolas had to overcome was that of language.
Of course, first of all, I'm French, so the first thing is that, screw the French. We don't want him to win, we want the American to win. So right away, because I have different nationality, no matter what language I speak, is already a barrier. Right away, we don't want this guy to win because he's French. I don't consider myself as French or American, or I just want to be, I'm just a racer like anybody else. And when I came here 5 years ago, I was speaking no English. I was, when I go to the dinner, because at the time I didn't know how to cook, so I need to always to go out and eat outside. So now I only go to the restaurant where I got pictures, because I didn't know anything. So I look at the pictures, I'm like, okay, well this look good, so I'm gonna have that. But the nationality, the language barrier is, it's a very big problem on the race side, because I'm here for business, I train hard, I'm hungry, I want to win, that's the bottom line. So I'm not gonna be there and be friendly. As soon as the race is over, I'm gonna go and talk to anybody. Yesterday we partied with Victor Sheldon and Dustin Fording, and when we're on a racetrack, in my concern, I hate those guys. Now that I speak better English, maybe I fit more into the American friend, be buddies. Where before, with me not speaking English, there's nothing I could say. Look, I am smiling, or just, it's hard to be a champion, period. It's hard to be in any sport, because if you go to grocery shopping and you know somebody and you have a bad day and you don't want to talk to anybody someday. I'm sure it happened to you, it happened to anybody. And people are going to say, oh, you see, he's getting cocky, don't talk to me today, or you have attitude, or, that used to be an American in American country. But I think now it's much better, the fan appreciate more. Now it's been 6 years and I'm doing okay.